I love nothing more than getting on a game that has nothing to do except for grind, and I paid $70 for it.
Enough about Skull and Bones. So...
or Suicide Squad.
Or Suicide Squad.
I mean, you know?
Sorry, Unalive Squad. We're just going to talk about games of service / live service games.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of stuff here on our list. The biggest thing right now, very broad, a current sort of state of live service gaming.
Yeah.
What's the state of it right now?
Yeah, because people hate. People hear studios now say they're making a game as a service or a live service game.
Right.
And they immediately don't want it.
No.
It is a term, I think, now that just kills games. I think
has a negative connotation.
If you say that, people immediately already assume horrible things about your game. Justly so. I mean, we look at the last probably decade of like games that sort of come out and called live service games or service games.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, the releases are either super shallow in content. You pay full price. You're getting super shallow content. Or in games like Anthem, were like no content at all whatsoever.
Just nothing.
It
wanted to be cool. It really did. It was this close. It could have been great.
But like the reason I was like we should talk about it is because we're here in 2024. We've had 3 live service games. One just did not promote itself as a live service game, but it is a live service game. And I think it's important just to, it's a good example of like what really like does not work with live service games, like why people still do not trust that term. And there's one that's a good example of how you can actually give a great live service model to entice fans. So let's start with the bad.
The bad.
Which is Suicide Squad and Skull and Bones. Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Awful.
Suicide Squad came out.
Quadruple A title, supposedly. Skull and Bones.
That's Skull and Bones, yeah. Skull and Bones, let's talk about that one. So it's just a grind.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's a zero fun grind. You start at the very beginning, they give you this awesome ship to be like, look at what you could do.
You can do everything.
And then they took it away and they give you a piece of a doo-doo ship, and you're stuck with that ship. I'm not even like trying to pull up your eyes. At least 8 hours. 8 to 16 hours of gameplay you are grinding to get a better ship.
Ew.
And it's awful. And like the grind's not even good. What do you want in a pirate game? Tell me, when someone says I'm giving you a multiplayer pirate game, what do you want?
A multiplayer pirate game.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking.
I'm counting down.
Okay.
Okay.
I want a cool ship.
Okay.
I want to be a cool pirate.
Okay.
I probably, if it's a multiplayer, I want to customize my pirate.
Okay.
I want to board ships and fight dudes.
Okay.
I want to have cannon battles with ships.
Okay.
There's probably some cool like port town or something to go to.
Okay.
Like a social hub. Maybe some kind of trading network.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of probably PvE style missions as well. Go and raid this coastal village, raid this fortress, something like that. A mission system, a clan system. Be able to recruit your friends to your ship and all have a ship together that you all work on. So what does Skull and Bones do?
So you start out, you make your pirate. You get a plethora of choices of 6 faces to choose from. It's 2 for basically every skin tone, and 1 being a male face, 1 being a female face.
Nice.
There's a little bit more of like how full their face is, like if they're chubby and stuff, and that's about it. Once that happens...
So wait,
Go ahead.
Pause there at character creation.
Yes.
You're telling me the supposed first quadruple A game has 2010 character creator?
It has less face customization than Madden. There is less face options in a pirate RPG live service game than a football simulator.
So this is a
that's already memed on.
Quadruple A game.
Okay. $70.
70 buccarinos.
Or 16 or something like that. If you get
70 gold doubloons. Dragon's Dogma 2 released their character creator for free. And that's not a quadruple A game.
No, it's not.
And it's amazing. I've seen so many different versions of Asmongold. It's hilarious. I've seen Asmongold. I've seen various cartoon characters that are spot on. It's great. It's fantastic. And they gave us that many face options.
It's not a big deal because, you don't play as the pirate in this game. you are basically the ship. That is the character. Your character is your ship, basically.
I want to be the pirate.
So there'll be moments where you'll walk around like in a port town.
Okay.
Or certain designated areas that you can walk around as your character, and you can customize. You can kind of see that. But 9 times out of 10, you're talking about your like thing where like I want to go attack a port town or stuff.
Right.
They have that, right?
I want to do pirates.
Yeah. Except for you stay on the ship and your crew in a cutscene goes on the ground, and then you shoot out a stationary tower from the ship, and then maybe some enemy ships show up also to fight you. But you just do that, and then finally at the end of it, your crew jumps aboard, or like you can board an enemy ship. But I mean, your crew can, and then you sit on the ship and watch as a cutscene happens as they board the enemy ship. There's no sword fighting. There's no sword fighting combat gameplay. The only combat is ship combat.
That's dog shit.
You can gather. You can go to islands and gather stuff. You go up to the shoreline and you hit the A button on a tree that's right there when it hits the little mini game thing, and it gives you the wood from the tree.
What?
Yeah, that's what it does.
What? What were they thinking?
But it's okay. The loot's really awesome as well. The loot, when you finish it, they get the bloom. You get a piece of paper that's like, yo, this cool item, take this piece of paper to the carpenter back at the port city. He makes it into something for you.
So, it's a pirate game. You don't get to be a pirate.
No.
You don't get to stab anybody.
No.
You don't even get to gather the materials, really.
Nope, you hit A button.
You don't get to attack the cities to steal the resources.
You just sit in a ship and shoot a tower.
You don't actually get to loot anything.
No, you get blueprints.
So then why would anyone play the game?
Because people want Black Flag, and they were hoping it was going to be Black Flag.
Sorry, who made this game?
Ubisoft.
All we needed to know, Ubisoft is dead.
Yeah, it's...
God, why?
I don't know, dude.
Garbage.
It's such a...
It's infuriating because, if they actually gave a shit, it could have been great.
Well, here's the thing. I think they do, but the thing they care about is player retention and keeping players playing.
Right.
And we'll go more into this later. I think companies are failing to realize you don't have to invent a grind system to get player retention. If you just make the game fun, the gameplay loop is fun, people will continue to play the game over and over again. Even if they don't get anything out of it, they'll keep playing it over and over again. Suicide Squad is also super grindy. I've heard Suicide Squad cutscenes are really good, or the story is at least decent, because I've heard Golden Bone's story is stupid. It's very one note flat the entire time. At least Suicide Squad's has like a good, somewhat story to it.
You've got an entertaining superhero.
But even then, the gameplay is it's a repetitive loop of shooting the same enemies, doing the same objectives over and over again. That is not fun. It's not entertaining at all. Your only customization is getting guns that aren't even like cool guns. Like you can get I didn't play Suicide Squad, but I've seen like bundles you can get. And one was like, what's his name? He was the villain for Superman, where he's like he's just like Superman, but he's like the opposite, where he's kind of slow, but he's strong and everything like Superman is. I can't think of it right now. Someone's gonna say in chat.
General Zod?
No. He's like a deformed, weird clone of Superman. Bizarro, thank you. I knew it started with B. I wanted to call him Bistro, and I'm like, I don't think he runs a restaurant. So
it's just some deformed Clark Kent in an apron.
What would you like your sandwich, sir?
Welcome to Jimmy John's.
But they have a Bizarro gun bundle, and like because Bizarro is known for using his guns.
Right.
Or they have a Mr. Freeze bundle, and you would think that it has a freeze ray. Yeah. And no, it's just like an AK that just looks blue, like an ice. Like they don't do anything cool with the loot. So you're grinding.
Why call it that?
The gameplay for Suicide Squad is you grind for loot that just has some random numbers and modifiers.
So it's just skins.
Yeah,
more or less.
And it's just random number modifiers that you then get better to do higher levels of grind to get better. And I think inherently that grind would be okay. Like it reminds me of World of Warcraft Mythic Plus dungeons, where you get grind, you get better gear to get higher mythic levels to go higher and higher and higher.
Right.
But at least World of Warcraft dungeons, there's like different mechanics for each dungeon. You have to learn different boss fights and everything. Whereas Suicide Squad, it is the same thing over and over again. It's just that enemies might do more damage and have more health, and so you just need better stats on your gun to do more damage and stuff to it faster.
Yowza!
So it's painful.
That's not good. So what's the one that did well?
The one that did well that did not advertise at all is Helldivers 2. They did not at all advertise as a live service game, but it is a live service game.
100%.
It is a game that they are like, we're going to continue to add content for free, which is a big thing for the future until they're basically done with the game. They feel like they're done with it.
Yeah, and they've been continuously adding the stuff. Yeah. There is like a battle pass system. There's the free one. They're called war bonds, and there is a premium one. It's helpful to remember that it's a PvE game. There's no competitive, and you don't need the premium war bond to be good or strong or useful in the game at all. Well, and can you get some different things no one else has? Yeah. Yes. But it's also like they're actually unique things. They're not the Mr. Freeze AK-47 that doesn't shoot ice bullets or whatever. Yeah. They're the new one, Cutting Edge, that just came out, has like a shotgun, but it shoots lightning like a shotgun. Yeah. That's awesome. It is. And you said it's premium. Yeah, you can spend money to buy it, or you can find the premium currency from just playing the game. That's the other thing too. It is actually, so this game is $40. It's not $70. Not a $70. $40 because the content they released it with is probably $40 worth of content. Yeah. Is, like I said, only PvE. I've seen people throw the word around pay to win with the premium war bonds. Hogwash. Not true. It's not pay to win. There's no PvP. There's no advantage you get on other players for having that stuff. Bull stuff. And again, you can earn it for free. It is very possible. Their battle passes do not phase out. They've said that as they add new war bond pages or whatever, they're not getting rid of the old ones. They just stay. There's no FOMO. There's no FOMO, which is great. When you buy it, you don't have 30 days to complete it. Or however Overwatch 2 is doing it. It's just there. If you see, you wind up in the hospital, you can't play for 3 months. Or maybe something else comes out. Like again, Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out as a recording this today. Right, it comes out today. I'm going to play on Dragon's Dogma 2. I probably won't be playing. I haven't even unlocked the new pass that came out yet for it. But I know that if I don't have to worry about it, I know that it's still going to be there when I come back to Helldivers. When I have stuff to buy it, I will. Yeah, that's not the only good example, in my opinion, of a game as a service. Both Cole and I, and you guys see Marie and Jamie around, all of us play League of Legends. That's a game as a service as well. Their model has basically just been skins forever. It's just skin. That's all you can get from League of Legends is just skins. Nothing and it's a competitive game. There's nothing you can get that reasonably gives you an advantage. There are a couple of skins that are a little buggy, but everything is skins. You can't get a game advantage otherwise. Yeah, League is also it's a 10-year-old game now. Yeah, 10 plus year game. Old, yeah, and so I think if you look at like League early on and compare it to now, they definitely Riot Games has definitely learned how to, without being like predatory, how to do skins and stuff, how to do microtransactions. Now, there's a big difference. We're talking about League. We're not talking about Valorant. I think Valorant and gun skins are ridiculous. I don't know if you've seen the price of Valorant. Very possibly. I'm not in tune with Valorant. I'm sure $100 for I'm not. That's not an exaggeration. You're looking at 100. Some skins are like 200. Like it's expensive. Ooh boy. We're talking about Valorant here. Yeah, I think League does it well. Yeah, League does it well. And I just, it's a shame because I think games as service, live service games can work. I think we've seen what does work. Again, 100%. Warframe's another good example of that. A lot of MMOs that are still going on MMOs in general are live service game as service games. So, like WoW and RuneScape. Yeah. Two of the biggest live service games ever. Final Fantasy 14 still going very strong. Yeah, so it can be done well. It's just that some reason, and I think what you'll see is that the good ones, again, they prioritize fun for the players most of the time. Sometimes not. Most of the time they do. They prioritize fun for the players. They try to make sure that is what it's good enough that people are engaged with it, instead of being like, how do we make chores and FOMO the thing that gets people to play? It's just kind of unfortunate overall that so many companies fixate on profit. Purely profit. Companies like I was trying to disguise saying Tencent, but I'm not going to bother. Yeah, Tencent's pretty predatory. Is an awful predatory company. They only care about making profit. Like, look, businesses want to make profit. That's okay at the end of the day. Yeah. But put out something that is worth our time, our energy, our effort, and our money. Yeah. Make it worth our time, effort, energy, and money, and you'll get that return as a company. Yeah. 100%. It's crazy to me that WB Games
released Harry Potter last year from Avalanche Studios. I think it's released it.
Something like
was
that.
The single player game that it's not live service. It has a beginning and an end. There's a point where you finish the game, you're done with it, and it was the most sold game last year. It was the number one most sold game, and it came out in January. So like there, that was a year where Baldur's Gate 3 and all those games came out. It didn't even win awards. There was games huger than it that won awards. But it still was the most sold game.
Like hotcakes.
And then they release, through Rocksteady, they released the Kill the Justice League Suicide Squad. It's been a complete flop. I think it's already at only at 300 concurrent players. 400 concurrent players. It's super low numbers. Dead game. And WB comes out and says, yeah, we think single player games is a dead format. I think it's multiplayer is the format. We're going to focus on multiplayer games. And it just bewilders me.
It's crazy.
And the only thing I can think of is that, these studios sit and they look and they go, well, what game can we keep pushing things in front of people's faces to sell? Mm-hmm. And they see live service multiplayer games. Because again, Harry Potter, at some point, people finish that game. They will not go back to it. They finished it. They enjoyed what they played and they're done.
Yeah, it's a one and done. But we see huge companies like EA.
Mm-hmm, that's another example.
Make a lot of this type of stuff, and their total profits have gone up by billions of dollars. I'm not gonna say exactly what the figure is because I don't remember, but I checked the figures on this stuff prior. We were talking about it.
I think it was like a 20 billion to 30 billion increase between.
Yeah. When I say they made an astronomical amount of money from 2012 to 2018, they made a truly astronomical amount of money. Mm-hmm. I understand why Tencent wants a piece of that. They've been doing this since 2007. I understand why Blizzard Activision has really been getting into this harder with the way that they're doing Overwatch 2.
Diablo 4.
And Diablo 4. Mm-hmm. I understand why they're doing it. You want to make the profit, make the product good. It's that simple. Fun. I've been this close to uninstalling Overwatch 2 for months.
Yeah.
It's just...
As someone who actually I have one tattoo, and it's an Overwatch 2 tattoo. Or Overwatch tattoo, back when Overwatch 1 came out. And there's aspect of the game I love so much. But it's so demoralizing.
It's infuriating.
That you can tell they don't listen to their community. Maybe that will change now, but I think the biggest misstep is when they said we're canceling the PvE mode. I think that was the biggest.
That would have pulled so many people.
And it's the thing that the community wanted so much. Yeah. But they said, no, that costs money, and we may, and so let's just keep doing this free thing that we've done, that we can keep shoving microtransactions and stuff in front of people's faces.
We can keep shoving $30 for a single skin and garbage like that. And you know what? Some of the skins are cool. I'm never paying money for Overwatch 2. I'm not. Nice try, Blizzard. See ya, Bobby Kotick.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave comments below. Maybe give us some more ideas about things we could talk about. Maybe you have your own favorite live service game we didn't mention here that you want to share with us.
There's a lot. There's a lot
out there, a lot of good ones. But that's going to be it for us, and we'll catch you on the next cast.
See ya.